Hello, my name is Albert. I am 25 years old. I live in the town Aqua Vista. My favorite color is blue and I really like theater. I like to be up in stages and in front of crowds. My dream is to become a star, like I would love to be in movies and plays. I want to be an inspiration to some people, but looking back at the past and what happened, I don't think that would be possible. Let me break it down and explain. I have a big old pig nose and a big bulging eyes. I was born that way. I don't know why, and I don't know how. All I know is that it is almost impossible to get into the acting or theater department for jobs. They are either nice about it or they are mean. Sometimes they say that I am not a good fit for the role. Some other people are just straight up rude and say things like I wouldn't even make it to day 2 of shooting the role. But this was about a year or two ago. After all that happened, I kind of just gave up. I was listening to what other people were saying, and I believed them. That is until today. I went out to get the mail, and as I was doing so, I got a strange envelope addressed to me that I had not recognized. It was a letter from a person named Cinchino, an individual that has some of the same troubles as me. He wanted to act with me. I was in awe as I read the rest of the letter. My dream was finally coming true, and I was the star of it. I hopped into my car and then went to the store to grab something for dinner. I quickly ran inside the house, forgetting to shut my mailbox. I ran inside and threw the junk mail onto the table. There was somebody that cared about me, someone that wants to work in the acting department with me. The date to go meet him was Thursday. We were going to go out for lunch and talk about what we would be doing in the future. I also had some personal questions for him, such as, how did he know who I was? How did he know I had this condition and that nobody was being nice to me? How did he know where I lived? And most importantly, why did he want me to work with him? I get it, we have something alike, but out of all the people, he chose me. I was still fascinated by the letter I hung it on the fridge so I would not forget about it within the next 2 days. I went to bed pretty early that night. The next day was pretty boring. I woke up early to watch the sunrise and sip my honey tea. I spent the day doing some grocery shopping and reading and watching TV. Night was approaching and I needed to find an outfit to wear for tomorrow. I settled with a purple jumpsuit and an obnoxious big purple top hat to go along with it. I laid out my black slip-on shoes right next to my outfit and began to get ready for bed. By this time, I was extremely tired, and I was about ready to pass out onto the couch. I stayed up late last night thinking about today. Of course I was nervous. I have never met the guy. I was worried he wasn't even going to show up. I went to the bathroom and brushed my teeth and took a shower. After I got dressed and got socks on, I went to the front door to grab my shoes. I put on my black slip-on shoes and grabbed a piece of toast on my way out. The destination was only about 38 miles from my house. Not bad. This guy must be living really close to me. Or rather close to me. I arrived to the cafe or restaurant second. I wasn't quite sure what he looked like, so I asked the waiter to help me find them. I gave the waiter my name, and he directed me towards the table. I went to the table and proudly introduced myself to him. Hello, my name is... I know who you are, he said. He interrupted me. We went to high school together, he said. You just never really noticed me. We started talking about our hobbies and what brought us to really enjoy acting. After about 2 or 3 hours, we exchanged phone numbers and then we went on our own separate ways. There was a play coming up and Cinchino invited me to go. I had already decided what I was going to wear. Can you guess? I'm going to wear my purple jumpsuit again. Same outfit, different day. Of course I'm going to wash it. The day of the circus play came and I was up early. I awoke at 5 a.m., ate breakfast, and then I drove to Cinchino's house. My stunt was that I was going to be walking on a circus ball on a wire up in the air, like I'm talking 47 feet up in the air, without any safety gear. Of course there is going to be a net to catch me when or if I fall, but that's about it. I arrived at the destination and began to get ready. I was the third attraction. There was an acrobat and an elephant for the first round, acrobats and dancers for the second. I was third. There were also going to be tigers jumping through fire for the fourth attraction, and there were 6 other ones too. The actresses were very focused. I even thought that they were going to fall at one point. People were roaring in the crowd with awe. There was even a part where they lit some people on fire for an act. After the play, Chinchino invited me to stay at his house, and I did, since my house was far away and I didn't feel like driving. We talked and laughed about what happened earlier that night. Then we decided that we would be doing this again in the near future. We wanted to do this kind of thing with other people that may be getting bullied for something that they cannot help. And this is how our friendship began. I was now happy.